overall late game hero, and Nigma doesn't just get run over in the laning phase, they usually win. This is normally their recipe for success.
Yeah.
It's like the old standby. You don't know what to do, so you just go back to a classic.
We sometimes talk about, Liquid, or now Nigma, the best early game team in Dota. But I think, like you say, they're perhaps more well known for their hard carry play with Miracle, like you say, the anti-mage. Having these stable early games that lead to these scary late game carries. As bounty runes are going to spawn, mind control, able to get the one, will not get the second as Miposhka snags that one, but could be in some trouble. The eye shots blocks him in, you betcha. Well, nothing to cancel the TP though, as the snowball has not been learned yet. Haven't seen much of this mid lane. It looks like Weeha having a great start so far. Has a GH rotation, and well, we're going to see some from it. It's Weeha getting a kill on Kasani for a couple hundred gold. Weeha's Lina, something he plays a fair bit of. You used to coach these guys back in the DC days?
Yeah, I was actually for...
Well, Coach Weeha, not me. Yeah, well, you did coach these guys. You were
Kuro and
as well.
MC.
Yeah.
Weeha's a funny dude. He's like one of the funniest guys. He's like unintentionally just... He's just a weird guy. He's very particular, but in a nice way, and he's always a good guy.
Would you have had a lot of faith in his Lina back in the day if your team picked it up for him?
So he actually did not like playing the hero. If you recall, during the patch where we didn't make it to TI, Lina was like the hero. That was the one where like Quinn, for example, was like spamming. Like everybody loved playing Lina. All the mids played it because you could hit Ancients back then really quickly with your Fury Soul. Like you would just hit level 7 and go hit Ancients, which was broken. So then you'd be like 3 levels ahead of the other mid. And Weeha was very convinced that Invoker Quaswex would beat her, which, we found out it didn't, but he really did not want to play the hero. I think there was almost like a stubbornness, like I will figure out a way to beat this hero. There's no way you should be able to like first to it and win mid. And, we lost, but like I respected it.
He stuck to his guns.
Yeah, that's who he is. He's like he's gonna do what he feels is right.
Vanguard Invoker.
Yeah, exactly. And you kind of just gotta let him be him.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty cool that he's like willing to risk it all on like being himself.
Oh, nice stun to cancel the Timber Chain away, and Nigma will get another kill. 5 unanswered kills, up 2k gold. They're making all the right moves. But HellRaiders, the upside of how this game has started is really just the Morphling at this point. The other few lanes have suddenly looking pretty lackluster.
I just don't know where they're supposed to gank for with the heroes that they have. Like they have a Bat 5 and a Wyvern 4. That sounds like a really decent laning slash like teamfight combination, but when it comes to laning phase, it sounds really poor, and in terms of damage, it sounds even worse.
And their stacks are being stolen. Nigma invade the enemy jungle, find some stacks here, and they're going to find a kill. Roger, who swooped by to see what was going on.
Dude, he just wanted a peek. He was being a pervert.
Not just a pervert, he was looking to get in on the action, taking some of the experience, Will. He's getting in on it.
You can't just allow that to stand.
Yeah. He was not invited. That was non-consensual experience leeching. And Nigma said, we're not having any of it.
And now they're going to take your tower too.
Yep.
And he's supposed to be here for this to push the wave back. Like this start is a little bit too clean for Nigma.
Yeah. And Miracle got the tower last hit and everything.
Oh, he has no armor stacks. I think he's dead.
Yep. The tag team going to boost up the damage, and Miracle gets the last hit as well. Dream start at this point. I don't think anything about this early game HellRaiders is going to be smiling about, even with how easy the Morphling's lane has been.
100%. I think if this were old, this were like an older patch, I would say this game is almost 100% over. You've given like the carry player of carry players a free start, like an absolute free start. He hasn't really been touched, and you're just killing them on lanes non-stop.
What about this patch makes it feel less over? Is it AM being weak? Is it just how the patch works?
I think Nigma lately anyways, like their laning phase is a little bit too coin flippy for me. I think sometimes they have very good laning phases, sometimes they don't, sometimes they seem like they're picking in a past meta, but this kind of start I think is really, really nice.
We have full 1k gold advantage over the Ember in the mid lane. Is going to be going into that first item, Yule Scepter. And We'll also see Darkseer having a good time in the offlane. Timbersaw just not a hero you really want to see playing from behind. Funnick has had a pretty rough lane with the rotations from the Chen as well as the Tusk. And may find himself in some more trouble. We was rotating in on this one, but seems like HellRaiders have enough. They're looking to get Nigma out of their jungle as Weeha comes back in. LSA not going to be thrown out as the Remnant was used to dodge, and they're going to pull in Mind Control, who shows up with the wall. A great play from the Chen to bring him into this fight. They've lost the Tusk though, but they're going to get at least a couple kills for it. Timbersaw going down as well, and Ember trying to throw out some Searing Chain.
Lina here. Yep. This is the stun though.
Oh, would have maybe had Weeha with that morph if he'd been able to land the LSA.
He definitely would have had him.
Yeah. And bounty runes being claimed primarily by Nigma as well. That's partly why they were there on the map, is because they wanted to get those 10-minute runes.
And they're likely to take the bottom ones too.
He's like, I missed the LSA because of my keybinds. That's what it was. Rough one. So, they get their first kill of the game at least. HellRaiders on the board, but I don't think that's too much to get excited about just yet. And Nigma up 10 kills to 1, 3k gold. Going to TP Miracle now down to this offlane, feeling like with Morph's rotation, this bot lane has now become the place to be. Just to support Wyvern down here. And Miracle gonna continue to get his all 3 of Nigma's cores off to a pretty happy start, getting their items, getting their farm, while winning the majority of these lanes. And as for HellRaiders, we'll see what their next move is going to be. They're still searching for level 6s on their supports. We're at the 11-minute mark, and neither Wyvern nor Batrider yet to get their ultimates, which is why they're trying to give Wyvern a lane down bottom. And back at top, Weeha being pushed away from this tier 1 tower, so not going to be able to as easily defend as he'd like. He's getting some of these creeps off the tower, but with the siege creep, HellRaiders feel confident they can take this early tier 1. Similarly, Nigma trying to pressure the bottom tier 1, but Wyvern just down there, hiding in the trees, throwing out Splinter Blast where possible to keep this tier 1 tower alive. Both teams kind of making the same kind of moves. But HellRaiders is taking the tower first, are going to now look to defend their bottom tier 1. And with Timbersaw down there, well, I was going to say they might be able to succeed in doing so, but they're going to instantly go in for a kill, and they blow him up. Weeha elsewhere kills the Morphling. That's an even bigger kill. So, from bad to worse.
Yeah, I was checking Miracle's anti-mage stats. It's telling me professionally he's 36 and 20 with this hero. But I don't know if that's...
Interesting.
That seems low.
Like, you think he would have played the hero more than that?
Yeah.
I would have thought he had a higher win rate than that, because I feel like...
When you see him, it's like, I mean, 65% is pretty high.
But you think his team as a whole, their lifetime win rate is probably around at least 65%, you know? Nigma / previous Liquid.
It's very true.
If anything, it might be higher, you know? So being above 50% of a hero when you're on a team that wins the majority of your games, like, you know, expect it. But AM, one of those... I mean, if he'd played Dota back in the TI2, TI3 era, his AM win rate would probably be... insane. Yeah, that's like when AM was the carry of, well, I mean, it was the hard carry patch where heroes like AM would just win games.
TI1 anti-mage.
Yep.
Anti-mage versus Void versus Spectre. Bring back those days.
Or TI2 is the AM versus Morphling meta, kind of.
And TI2, Morphling was the protagonist.
Yes. Everyone was cheering for him because nobody wanted to see AMs win back then too. There was the occasional lone druid game as a carry, and they would always be in the pool because there was some like Lycan was just this must-ban hero because it was the most OP thing in the game. So you got to see AM and like Morphling every game because you had to ban these other heroes.
Oh, Mind Control is hunting. He knows that Roger's down here. Oh, the stun. It's perfect.
Finds him. Laguna follow-up. Nigma get another kill.
1 to 13.
Ouch.
A kill a minute. I love that pace. That's what I'll always point it out. A kill a minute. And they're pinging Kuroki. Oh no, he misses the slight chains. He throws out the chains, but not the slight.
Now Funny could be in some trouble. They get the ensnare. There's a centaur sent to follow it up. Perfect micro from Kuro. Mana's being burned. Miracle secures the kill. GH was there with a snowball if needed.
Almost has his Battle Fury, and again, they have very little catch for this guy. Once he gets Manta style, it's going to be be incredibly hard to kill him because the disables that they have can either manta off or he can counter spell it.
It's a pretty good game for the counter spell as well. Gonna make life definitely challenging for HellRaiders. And if they'd been told Miracle's going to have a free anti-mage game coming in and you'd be down 14 kills to 1, I think that'd be like, no thanks. There's no scenario we want that to have happen.
I beg to differ, guys.
Morphling should be okay here. Has the waveform away, but they may look to chase him down. Misses the ice shots, but they have the Yule Scepter. Another LSA will be coming out as well, and waveform's still down for another 4 seconds here. So Nyx waiting for it to come back up. Gets out the strength stun onto the Lina to bump her back. It'll be fine. But Nigma achieved what they set out to do, which was just get him out of that lane. And maybe they'll try and secure it here. 15-minute mark approaching. Does look like...
Nyx's game is okay still.
Is this a game Morphling can win for HellRaiders with a free game like this?
If his team wasn't as far behind as they were, I would say yes, undoubtedly. Like, he's really strong. I just think that the deficit right now might be a little bit too much for them to overcome. They need to like smoke gank Weehaw or something. They need to take out a Spree if they can. I don't know if anti-mage right now is that feasible for them, but if they can get one of the other cores, this Lina is 6-0. You know, this would be an excellent kill for them if they could find it.
They have the Cold Embrace to try and save him. They hit him with the Centaur Stun as well, but he's going to get away. I think Kuro should have waited to Centaur Stun.
He also could have netted, couldn't he?
I believe so. He still had the Ensnare Creep. They're going to Winter's Curse up the Lina. This could be the big streak kill if they can get it, but I don't know if they've got the damage for it. This Thunder Blast just isn't enough, and Weehaw turns it around. They've got the mech. They want the Ember. A rare moment, perhaps, of Miss Micro from the Chen, using the Centaur Stun during the Cold Embrace rather than at the very end of it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Either way, not the end of the world.
No, not even close. Like, this Lina is full healed up. Look at that mana regen, too. Oof.
One of those things we noticed is because there was potential to make a perfect play and get the kill on the Ember, but they may find another way to get the kill anyways.
Oh, no. Nice bait.
It's the GH kill, though. That's not one of the streaks. Those streaks are what you want. They would give you like 600, 700, 800 gold.
But they didn't take mid tower.
Yep.
And that's not a bad win for HellRaiders. I mean, they'll take everything at this point, whatever they can get. Kuro has a Vlad. It looked like he was going for the mech, but of course, Mind Control is going to go for the Greaves himself. He's really farmed.
Everyone having a good game, supports included, and Nigma Miracle, well, he's already got a Yasha, 17 minutes in the game. And HellRaiders, I think, heeding what you suggested, which was try and get one of these key kills, have smoked up. They're playing around this bottom river, but it gets revealed from the high ground by Kuro. The Searing Chains hits his creeps, not the hero. Lina throws out the combo. Nyx gets bursted. That's the Morphling. That's the one hero you can't afford to die at this point.
Kuro doesn't even die.
Will do nothing. Kuro didn't even come close to dying, as Lina, Kuro's Chen will finish off one more kill, and
they're going to hunt for everybody.
We might be entering GG territory at this rate. You've got a 19-2 kill score with an AM free farming. At some point, you're going to wonder, like, how do we come back in this game?
Yeah, I think they'll take mid tower and go Roche. That's what I'd like to see them do anyways. I feel like they're so far ahead at this point. But instead, they're going to find this Emperor. Nope.
So any remnants away, and Nigma not looking to chase.
Thought they just set up for the next Roche, though. And we're going to see it here. Crow just stands here. Look how unafraid he is.
He knows he has those creep standards, so to hit him with the Searing Chains is a roll of the dice.
And the stun onto the Timber Saw, too.
Nice.
Just to make it a little bit harder. His team deals with Nyx quite quickly.
And then AM just comes in from behind. He was just farming some creeps, shows up, and cleans up.
Are they Roshing? Is that the... Yeah. So this is what I wanted them to do, but I think it was a little bit too late because they decided to go for the push.
They had the vision of the Morphling coming on in. Nyx gets vacuumed into a wall here. He's still okay for now. A waveform away. I like it from Nigma because as soon as HellRaiders come as 5, they just go take the fight with the vision. They have the vision advantage. They hit another nice 2-hero LSA. Weeha's going to be a little bit careful. He's very far forward here.
Look at GH.
Yeah, GH.
Talk about a little far forward.
Kind of in no man's land. Has the snowball into Funnick. The lasso going to come out as well.
They can kill this Lina.
They kind of stack it a little bit. They stop pulling him out. The LSA is there from the Morphling as well.
That's huge.
They kill the Lina. That's a 700 gold streak being ended. They're going to get the Tusk as well. Miracle cleans up one on the side just to kill on Roger's support.
It's 420. Why are you laughing?
2 days in a row. What I mean, of course I'm gonna laugh.
I'm just pointing at the score as an analyst. I don't understand what you could potentially find humorous about a score, but
my mom's birthday is 420. That's what it reminded me of. My mom's a funny person. I'm a big fan of hers.
That makes sense.
There you go.
100%.
There you go. It's also Grad's birthday. His birthday is also on April 20th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a weird coincidence, but you know, I'm not one to be a skeptic, so.
Here we go. We'll take what joys we can from this game as Miracle's Anti-Mage continues to free farm and hope for HellRaiders continues to dwindle.
Yeah, this Anti-Mage has a Manta now, and some gold built up. It's 19 minutes in. He's got Vampire Fangs on Mind Control. He's shiny all the time. It almost looks like he has Radiance going. Maybe that'll fool them. 800 gold on top of a 20-minute Manta Battlefield. You're going to be really happy about that if you're AM. They've run into Maposhka.
Uh-oh. They also run into another. It's the Wyvern. Roger goes down as well. Well, perhaps now it's Roche time once again. This time with the 2 supports dead, no Winter's Curse, contesting gets a whole lot more difficult.
I think they should contest.
Are they going for a steal?
I feel like you'll lose the game if you don't contest, and your supports are coming up soon anyways. Like, I would poke if I was Ember. Here we go. Chain
in. Phoenix just going to go charging in forward. The Ember manages to go on the front lines here, but it's a very tanky GH that he's going to get through. And they've already lost the Timbersaw, but this has bought some time. Wyvern's back, and we'll be looking for a Winter's Curse around the pit. GH in the front lines, taking a lot of damage here. He's being rooted up, so we can't use his snowball or anything like that. He does. Oh, Maposhka gets it. Nice. Batrider steals it from the high ground with the Firefly on over. Anti-Mage still looking for the kill on the Ember Spirit. Does not have the Mana Void, though, but he's going to blink on forward. Has the Darkseid Wall to help protect him, but they don't hit anyone with it. Weeha gets a nice long-distance LSA, but doesn't look like that'll get the kill. And Miracle trying to chase down Kasani. He's got some 1 charges in Miracle. No ulti. Basher didn't have the Orb of Venom. He was trying to get it back into his inventory. He's like, damn it, I need that slow. Puts it back in and... Okay.
All right, so Maposhka kind of at least extends the game. Look at the gold change. And they kept the Aegis away from them. That was the big win there.
Buying some time, which is the name of the game, is... Well, Maposhka continuing to look to do some of that. Gets caught by Weeha up top.
He's done his job.
Batrider or Lina?
The Batrider.
Batrider. I mean, that Aegis still alone for sure.
I think if they get that Aegis, they're just going to start marching down all your towers. They can still probably do that, but now it's marginally harder.
Well, that's what we'll perhaps put to the test here as they match towards top lane. They're going to chain stun up the Ember, but they don't have enough stun as he is running out of remnants.
No.
Mana Void. Ooh, not enough damage. 1 more right click needed. Manta's out of the Searing Chains. There's a Sleight of Fist, and Miracle will get the kill. Godlike miracles. Oh. Time to test the march. Down the top lane we go, seeing Nigma. They've got the Chen Creep army. They've got the Frost Armor from Miracle, buffing him up even further. He's got a lot of auras, the Vlads, the mech, the Greaves heal as well, so plenty of protection available as he's going to go blinking in on Funnick.
It's a little ambitious, and he's already at half HP. He's got to be a bit careful here.
Gets Greaved up, but that puts it on cooldown a little bit. The Yules into LSA. They want Funnick. Still no Mana Void, though. It's going to just burn down his mana pool as Miracle. We'll see a snowball in with the Walrus Punch to try and save his life. There's going to be Winter's Curse here, but Miracle's damage just not enough to actually kill off GH's Tusk there. As the lasso back in, Miracle in a little bit of trouble. Has the counterspell, though. He's going for the kill before he even blinks out. Takes a kill, blinks out, gets back to safety. Weeha's in the trees on the side here, going on Nyx with the Spirit.
Oh, the counterspell.
More strength here, and Nyx waveforming away.
He got counterspelled.
Oh no.
He got stunned back.
Nyx in trouble.
He might be okay. 2 seconds.
Hold embrace to the Walrus punches there. He couldn't do anything. Mind control with the Greaves coming off cooldown. Gets a second burst heal coming out for the team. And AM just blinks back to safety. And, well, it's looking mighty grim for HellRaiders. Snowball on through. GH just damn tanky with this Spirit Vessel build. Another Mana Void beyond godlike. And Nigma have surely secured game number 1 at this point.
Yeah, HellRaiders is likely thinking about tapping out. I just don't see a way in which they're coming back into this game anymore. I think that the Morphling, yes, he had a really, really good lane, but your Ember Spirit got abused by the rotations of the Tusk. They used the Chen teleport really nicely just to like bring heroes in, so they further ruined Funix game. You saw that rotation that they made use of on Alina. It just felt like this mid lane and top lane went so badly, especially this top lane, and you had no real heroes to do anything besides win lane. This was the issue. Like you have Bat Rider 5, Wyvern 4, Kuro likely to die here. That's his killing spree. That's pretty good gold. That's 500 gold that they just got for killing a 5 Chen.
Congraties. That's all I have to say about that one, Will, for them. I don't think it's going to change much. You know, another kill on the board. But, well, life not looking any easier for HellRaiders in game 1. Good. Hold on. I feel like a lot of teams would GG'd out at this point, but they feel like they're going to give it their last hurrah. Observer Ward giving Liquid, no, Nigma, sorry. The vision to get another kill. You've got Winter's Curse, and you know, the stronger Nigma get, the stronger HellRaiders will get. That Winter's Curse only going to get stronger and stronger.
Yeah, this is not looking so hot. Okay. Oh, the jump in.
On the Wyvern. That's the big kill. That's the threat. When you get too far ahead, the Winter's Curse is the one thing that can screw you over, and they're going to get Timbersaw kill as well. Instant buyback from Roger, but he does not find a Winter's Curse, and now he's being used up. The LSA fall. They're going to blink in with Miracle, but he gets rooted, so he may be in some trouble if he's not careful here. The Winter's Curse comes out now as well, and Weeha is getting beaten up by his own teammates. Walrus punch onto the Bat Rider, and Maposh gets saved by the Cold Embracer, and they get an anti-mage.
Oh my god, that's so much money!
They held on to this one with good reason. They're holding the high ground, and they're going to get a second kill as well. We have ball back and everything.
Yeah, they went for the dive there.
Streak being ended.
Oh my god, he's rich.
Under attack.
Dear lord, the inheritance.
Some great... That's Searing Chains on Miracle as he blinked in on top of that Wyvern.
Yes.
Completely.
I mean, I'm surprised they decided to go for that. There's no reason. They forced the buyback. They have all the map control. They could just wait for the next Roche. Instead, we're going to see right here, Miracle jumps in. This was good. This was good. They get the kill. And then just disengage.
He has the Manta Style, so he can get out of Searing Chains, but when the buyback comes, he doesn't have Manta Style back up at that point.
No, and from here, I feel like you back. But then he just jumped in aggressively again.
Blinks in. The Searing Chains, I think he was trying to Searing Chains the heroes on the low ground and just happened to find Miracle.
Yeah, and for some reason, Weeha is really deep.
Yeah.
He has passed the tier 3 tower, and they just completely get isolated. They were going for a lot of different targets at once, too.
Well, HellRaiders showing why they hung around in this game with an anti-mage kill. Game on, they say, although Poshka gets picked off.
That's funny.
We're having a giggle about it over there.
So you know that like that GLHF pledge of like not bullying?
Yeah.
One of these guys in Twitch chat has it, and he said, imagine having that Blitz Trash as your Dota coach. And I just thought the juxtaposition was so funny. Like, you know, it's just like, I promise to be better on the internet. Yeah. That's so good. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. I feel like I just saw this, by the way.
Yeah, they're blinking on the high ground. It's the Wyvern again. This time there is no buyback. Dead for 70 seconds, and I think Nigma, that's the key target for them. And Miracle's going past tier 4 towers.
They've still kept up more than a kill a minute. My favorite stat. That's if you kill more than 1 a minute, I'm a big fan. That's entertaining to me.
Well, both teams at a kill a minute though, well. That's the real quality game.
Oh, dang. I think I've seen one of those. There was like some like crazy game that was like 56 to like... Whoa. Do they have him? No.
I was about to say, this is a Morphling. He is not an easy pickoff by any means. He's going to turn in the aim and start burning some mana and blinks away. Nick's trying to play around this Nigma lineup.
Oh, the counter spell. He gets it.
Doesn't have enough in his arsenal to deal with Miracle right now.
38 to 9.
15, 1, and 6 on Miracle's AM. He's sitting on 20k net worth. Like he's got the dust and everything, you know, being a good core player.
That's a good teammate. Well, he's also the person that jumps in.
Yeah.
So your initiator typically wants this.
They'll take the melee racks and back off as Wyvern respawn, showing respect to HellRaiders' high ground defense, but immediately jump back in. It's the Wyvern again!
Roger.
They know he is priority number 1. He's going to be sitting further back or playing in smoke or something.
And they're probably killing GH for this.
Yep.
In fact, they are.
With the morphed anti-mage. Getting a kill. We're going to charge in forward. They're waiting on the high ground here. They're ready to fight this one. They have a vacuum, no wall. There's an LSA to follow it up, though. And that's enough to take out Kasani. Nyx has a counterspell of his own, is going to waveform his way out of there, gets chased down by the LSA, and his mana being burned. Miracle, Mantas as well. Mana Void doesn't do a whole lot of damage. The mana pool not quite what it needed to be, but there's another heals LSA. Morph goes down, and Nigma with now 41 kills in just 30 minutes.
HellRaiser served as a really nice punching bag this game.
Yep. Nice little wake up for Nigma. First game of the day for them, and pretty smooth sailing when it's 41 kills to 10 in an anti-mage game.
Yeah, I don't know really what you talk about if you're Nigma. Like, oh, good job, guys. Like, we did it.
Yep.
We completely rolled. Maybe we shouldn't have dove so hard. And for HellRaisers, you probably go back to the draft and just how you decided to take that top lane.
I think you're inevitably, especially with online Dota, you're going to get some of those dives.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, people, it's not, even on LAN, you're going to get those dives. I think anything that's not TI, you're going to see, you know, yeah, we're winning. We know this game is unlosable. We're going to go blink in and maybe overcommit. It's just in some players' blood, especially mid players like Weeha. This guy wants to go all in for those kills. 13, 2, and 17. Hell of a game from him.
Radiant's bottom tower
We're just gonna wait.
is under attack.
Sped up. He's blinking it. He's got him again. This is why you carry the dust.
Yep. Just blinks in, finds the Wyvern. I love how well Miracle understands it's the one hero that matters the most for sieging high ground.
Yeah, and every single time Roger just gets found.
It's so hard to position and play.
All right, now they're gonna call it. I think reasonably they could have called it like 10 minutes ago, but
yeah. When they lost that first rack stop, I thought it was just over.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, what do HellRaisers learn from a game like this?